This is Marcus Toole, and I'm in my home orchard, and I'm actually under my swing arbor looking at my Ison muscadine vine. And as you can tell, I have some ripening grapes on the Ison. Ison is a relatively early variety, at least it's supposed to be, and I believe I have a ripe grape right here. That's a nice black muscadine. I'm going to taste it. It's very good. The skin on Ison is just a little bit tart still. Ison has a little bit of a leathery skin, not nearly as leathery as the traditional muscadine. This right here is a big red muscadine. I don't have any that are really ripe on it right now. You can see that they're kind of turning red. This one is presented by the Isons as a red muscadine or kind of a dark maroon. The two that have ripened on here so far were more of a purple. Not really a black, but a purple. The Black Beauty muscadine also has some grapes that are beginning to turn a little bit. It's supposed to be mid-late season, as is the Big Red. See, I had a Big Red that looked like this one not too long ago, and they actually turn a little. The Big Reds actually turn a little darker than this. Now this muscadine here will turn. The grapes will actually turn solid black as they ripen fully. Over here we have Late Fry, which is supposed to be a really late muscadine, but they're ripening early this year, and I do have a few that are beginning to soften up. You see that one there is beginning to get its right color. That's kind of a surprise. Last year I only had a few, but they truly were about a month after the others. So I don't know why they're early this year, and really enormous grapes. I mean, as big as Supreme, and that's big. My Supreme muscadine vine is full of grapes. It has a few on it that are kind of ripe. I think I see one right here. I have it in a bird netting. It's hard to, let me see. There we go. Let's see. This is Supreme. It's not a particularly big grape, nor is it a fully ripe grape, but it's ripened up. Even when it's not fully ripe, it's the sweetest grape out here. And the skin is way sweeter than that of Ison, like super sweet skin. Here's my other Ison vine. The Ison vine that's on the trellis. Notice I have all the muscadines that are on trellises protected by birds. Here we have a little bit of wasp damage, and so I'm going to have to actually come out here and put out some wasp traps and see if I can catch the critters that are causing this. Just a little bit of damage. But we got another ripe Ison. Well, it's not too ripe, but it'll be ripe enough. A little sour, but still pretty good. Over here, we have Pam. And Pam has already ripened a few grapes. I'm not seeing any ripe ones right now. Pam is kind of a coppery color grape, kind of like Late Fry. A little more yellow than Late Fry, whereas Late Fry is really more copper, and these are really more of a brassy color, kind of a yellowish color. Another grapevine with some grapes on it is Nesbitt. Nesbitt is going to be truly late this year, I think. I think it's going to be my latest one this year. This is a very young vine. It's acting like a 2-year-old, and it is a 2-year-old, and that's just fine. It's where it needs to be. So that's kind of where my grapevines are. I mean, we got some young grapevines that don't have grapes on them yet. My Florida Fry is trying to bloom. In fact, it's got It's got a lot of bloom buds on it. Now, if this were an icing and it were trying to bloom, I'd say I'd get some very late fall muscadines, but I think Florida Fry is a late enough producer, takes long enough to ripen, that I think these blooms are not going to make anything. I think they're going to end up, the frost will get here before any grapes ripen from them. But anyway, it's interesting to see what will happen. But this is the vineyard. The muscadines are beginning to rock and roll. All kinds of exciting things are beginning to happen with them. We're kind of back at our swing arbor vine, which has these wonderful ripening grapes on it. Talk to you later. God bless. Bye.